I'm Davey. I'm awesome. And welcome to the Comic Corner, where you guys make comments on my videos and I respond every week. And in between responding to your comments, I broke 2 of my dad's old Queen records. Now, I want to break 3. So, kicking off this week's Comic Corner with last week's Comic Corner, the pulled pork sandwich corner. Paul Jetto kicked it off with, "That dwarf joke made me happy, lol. I'm glad you liked it. I thought it was... Sorry, sneezy." The film bestie replied to him, "Your reply makes me, duck!" Paul Jetto replied to that, "Take it back. I need an Advil." Yeah, he does that. Jay McCool responded, "Josh ruined it. Now I'm grumpy." And that's all of them. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, made his own comment. "For your viewers, next up was our boy band." Dude! Shut up! Then the film bestie commented, "You like Spice World!" No, I didn't. And it was made all the more horrible by you making us go see it in the theaters. Then Daniel DeLeon 69 commented, "Pulled pork sandwich." Ah, he said it. Then Jay McCool made his own comment. "Is that mug from Beetlejuice?" Yeah. It's a mug made to look like the handbook for the recently deceased. Love that movie. Then Jay McCool commented, "No new foods mentioned. What are you going to call this week's Comic Corner?" I don't know. The Black Eyed Peas can sing us a song, but chickpeas can only hum us one. Then on my Davey's Awesome Stories, What's in a Name, where I talk about things that I think were just more successful because they had better names, Daniel DeLeon 69 commented, "What's in a name?" He said it again! Then the film bestie commented, "What is in a name? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and barrels of outrageous corn dogs, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep glowworms, and in that sleep, to say we end the final season of Stranger Things, and the 1,000 bad reviews from those who did not get it, that Fresh Prince is heir to. 'Tis consumption devotedly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream of bread. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of Beth, what dreams may come." Excuse me. Paul Jetto replied to that, "You need an Advil, man?" He needs more than that. Then the film bestie commented, "Problem was that Betamax was more expensive. VHS offered better deals and more titles than Betamax did. Not to mention that VHS got more exclusive deals with film releases. Much like you find video games that won't release on PlayStation but show up on Xbox or vice versa." Yeah, see, if you were watching, I mentioned that. But that happened later. When it first started, Betamax had just as many. They were about the same price. But because of volume, VHS didn't have to keep raising their prices, whereas Betamax did, just to stay alive. And eventually got overtaken. And because of the eventual better deal and the fact that more people were buying VHS, it was worth it to companies to do the exclusives on VHS. But what started it, in my opinion, was probably just one sounded better. Then the film bestie commented, "I miss Slothman. Sure, he was slow, but justice was still served. Eventually." In case you people are wondering, no, that was not a real superhero, but I feel like it should be. I'd read that comic. Then the film bestie commented, "Crystal Clear Pep Pop was pretty good. Not as good as Pepsi. Both tasted like crap." Then Paul Jetto commented, "I have never ever seen a Betamax in person. I always thought it was like cassette tapes for music, like real old. Nope, they were for movies. But I'm not going to fault you for not knowing that, because again, I didn't even know exactly what a Betamax was until way later. Even though my dad had one. For the longest time, I was just like, it's that weird-looking player with the weird-looking tapes. But I didn't know what it was. It was later that somebody told me what Betamax was, and I was like, oh, I think my dad had one of those. Why? Because by the time I was old enough to start forming memories, it was pretty much on its way out. Then Jay McCool commented, "Never heard of Betamax, but think I would have assumed it had something to do with testing video games." I get you. Beta. Then Jay McCool commented, "Hydrox came first? Wow. Yeah, they did. I didn't think so either. I thought it was just a generic Oreo." Then Jay McCool commented, Would Super Jumpman Brothers have been as successful as the Super Mario Brothers? Probably not. And I get where he's going with that, because when Mario first came around, he was Jumpman. My wife called me her trophy husband. I asked her how she got so lucky and won. She said she didn't. They handed him out for participation. Then on my Davy's Awesome Wrestling, where I did a requested belt battle between AEW's championships and New Japan Pro Wrestling's. Daniel De Leon 69 commented, Then Paul Jetto commented, where do you watch that Japan wrestling? There's a few ways. I don't watch New Japan regularly. There's just too much wrestling going on right now. But you could go on their website and sign up for NJPW World. Most of the time when I watch it, I just watch matches and stuff that were uploaded to YouTube. Or if you still have cable, NJPW Strong is on Access. Then Paul Jetto commented, oh, you should do some like top 10 champions of each division. It's an interesting thought. I may do that someday. Then, the one who requested this particular belt battle, Jay McCool, commented, uncategorizable, AEW. Women's mid-card, NJPW. Six-man, NJPW. Tag, AEW. Lower mid-card, AEW. Upper mid-card, NJPW. Women's World, AEW. Men's World, AEW. Okay, so we agreed on some and disagreed on a few. Then the Film Bestie commented, I found most of those belts to just be flat out ugly, ugly, ugly. Yeah, this coming from the guy who roots for the bad guys and thinks that Showgirls was a classic. A new study shows that people eat more bananas than monkeys. Which I believe, because I don't remember the last time I ate a monkey. Then on the Brothers Not Lovers movie review of Zorro the Gay Blade. Daniel De Leon 69 commented, The Legend of Zorro. If you mean like the actual Legend of Zorro, I'm with you. Love Zorro as a character. If you're talking about the movie The Legend of Zorro, can't be with you there. That one wasn't a good follow-up. Then Paul Jetto commented, what does your brother have against Billie Eilish? I don't know. I don't particularly like her music, but he hates her for some reason. Then Paul Jetto commented, I'm almost afraid to watch this movie. Lol. Looks like an instant cancel for all who even know it exists. Don't worry about it getting canceled. The box office did that in 1981. Then the Film Bestie commented, how does Zorro pay for his groceries at the self-service checkout? On card. There were 3 married couples. A couple married 1 year, 10 years, and 25 years. All 3 couples are in a bit of a rough patch, and the wives happen to seek counseling from the same counselor. The counselor suggests each of the wives try spicing up their love life. Before your husband gets home, surprise him by wearing nothing but a masquerade mask and see what happens. The wives each decide to try it. The wife of 1 year gets ready. Her husband comes home, sees her, and excitedly takes her to the bedroom for the night. The wife of 10 years gets ready. Her husband comes home, sees her, and excitedly takes her to the bedroom for the night. The wife of 25 years gets ready. Her husband comes home, sees her, walks right past her, plops on the couch and says, Hey Zorro, make me a sandwich. Awful. And then J Spud commented, Demon possession and cousins in drag are nothing to joke about. I had a cousin named Pip Pendergast. He was a real pig, always writing obscure observations on the walls of other people's bathrooms and eating all of their eggs. He used to tell everyone he was a stork, but all he ever brought was bad news. So yeah, kind of the same thing. I know he had nothing to do with demon possessions or drag. I just didn't care for him and wanted to vent. As far as drag goes, Nunchucks owns a Zorro outfit and loves to wear it often. She puts it on before bedtime, then insists that I dress like a schoolboy from Iowa. Not that she likes him. She says she'd just like to bury one someday. Oh well. I wish she would bury you. Then Jay McCool commented, Never seen or even heard of this movie, but I'll look for it. Looks funny. I did like The Mask of Zorro. The second one sucked. Yeah, pretty much. I heard a law that says you're supposed to turn on your headlights when it's raining in Sweden. How the hell am I supposed to know when it's raining in Sweden? So there you have it. That's the Comic Corner this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications for when I post new videos, and leave a comment of your own to be in next week's Comic Corner. Love you guys.